what's decent? Yo, I got a crazy battle against my boy DarkToonLink, so let's get it, son. I want to use different pokes this time around, and it looks like my opposition is going to do the same. I've yet to come across anybody who's using a Mega AUDINO, so he's going to go ahead and do that right away. I have a Bouffalant, which is Assault Vest. It used to be a Choice Bandage set. This is actually my Choice Bandage set that I used to run all the time, like with the EV investments with HP and attack and a little bit in speed. It's the same spread, but instead I decided to go for the Assault Vest. But instead, what he's going to do is going to go for the Protect on the Mega Evolution to ensure that he has a safe Mega Evolution process, and then afterwards go for the Quilladin, and the Quilladin is going to set up a curse. So I'm thinking that maybe he might set up a Leech Seed, and I was actually expecting him to go for the Leech Seed, which Pyro would have been a great go-between with that, because it would have forced him to switch, and I would have got a residual damage on, let's say, like maybe Latios or something like that, hoping that he was switching to Latios. And I'm thinking that he might want to switch out right now to save his Quilladin for a little bit later on, but I go for the Gallade and he stays in with the curse. So I'm thinking like, okay, he's burned, he really can't do anything onto me with the Drain Punch, so he might have the Leech Seed. So this might be the perfect opportunity to both go for the Mega Evolution with my Mega Gallade and to set up the substitute, which is what I do. I'm expecting him to go for the Leech Seed, but he shows me Seed Bomb, so I'm like, okay, so he's 2 attacks, he's cursed. I wonder what his last attack is. Maybe it's Leech Seed, maybe it's Synthesis. I'm going to test that right now actually as I go for the Drain Punch to replenish a little bit of HP as he goes for the Synthesis. So I'm like, alright, you know what, I gotta switch out, and I'm just going to go right back out into my Pyro, because this thing I believe has +2 right now, and it doesn't look like he's going to want to switch out. I mean, even if he does switch into his Latios, Latios is male, and even if Latios does happen to resist the Fire Blast, I am Life Orb, I get stab from it, and plus I have Rivalry, which increases the attack by 50%. So Quilladin is not going to live that. I mean, I could have probably went for a Hyper Voice and would have probably still taken it out. I mean, I don't even really know. Run the calc for me and just double check that for me. That's one thing about me. I don't really play with the damage calculator because I'm so used to playing battles outside and away from my computer. Like, for instance, this battle took place while I was outside. So Heracross comes in, Choice Scarf, I believe Moxie. I'm going to take a gamble here, hoping that it's not Guts. But because of the HP investments that I do have in my Gallade, I think I have 100 HP investments because I do have Will-O-Wisp as well as Substitute on it, as you guys were able to tell. That allows me to survive and cripple this Heracross, which would have otherwise been super detrimental to the rest of my party. Dude, 4 Pokemon. I got Greninja, Pyroar, Bouffalant, Dugtrio with Life Orb. Nobody's living the potential onslaught coming from the Heracross, so I was super fortunate to inflict a burn onto that. So in comes the Tornadus on the Rotom switch out. He's going to inflict super effective damage onto it, and I'm just going to switch into my Bouffalant. My Bouffalant is Assault Vest. I'm just going to go for the Pursuit just to ensure that his Tornadus is locked out of the game. So a Focus Blast coming from a Life Orb set from the Tornadus would not have been able to finish me off anyway. So that's a guaranteed knockout from his Tornadus. So now he's going to switch into Slurpuff, which instinctively goes for the Cotton Guard. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. I mean, it's innovation versus innovation. I don't know how to respond to this. Like, it's so, I'm so used to people coming up against me with like small gun sets, so that actually makes it a little bit easier for me to anticipate what you're gonna do and you know, play around the team that you have and what I think that your win condition may be. But when I see innovation and stuff like this, like with Cotton Guard, it's unprecedented. You know, that's kind of why I use it myself. So it's like innovation versus innovation. Well, how do I win? So now I'm just going to go for the Bird, insinuating that his Slurpuff may want to switch out, despite him getting the Birding activated a little bit early on. I didn't actually expect him to go for the Belly Drum that early. But then again, he does have Cotton Guard up, he does have +2 speed, so I mean, I guess it might have been like a kind of obvious thing for him to want to set up the Belly Drum on that particular turn. So now in comes his Latios, and his Latios is Life Orb. That's great information to know as opposed to it being Choice Specs or something like that. He shows me Protect. I've never seen a Latios with Protect before. I cannot afford to switch up my moves and go for the Hidden Power 5 like I really wanted to anticipate this Heracross to come back into play, because Greninja happens to be my win condition, as he has his Latios as well as his Mega AUDINO left over. So I'm just going to go for the Bouffalant as he goes to the Mega Horn. Mega Horn is going to connect the first time, and since his burn, it's not going to be able to take me out, so he's going to have to hit another one. He hits the secondary one. That's alright, because that was part of the plan anyway, to get rid of my Bouffalant so I could bring in the Dugtrio, and with the inflicted damage with the burn periodically that he's been taking, that means that a Sucker Punch coming from a Dugtrio will be able to knock off the Heracross, and now I don't have to worry about Heracross inflicting necessary damage onto my Greninja a little bit later on. So now in comes this Mega AUDINO. I'm just going to go for Earthquake to see how much that does. I think, I don't even know if he's physical or specially defensive, because I know that Mega Audino has a lot of base power in both his defenses and his special defense. I'm gonna go for the Memento, which is actually a smart move in this case scenario because he actually went for the Draining Kiss. So he's +1. If I would have went for the Earthquake, he would have replenished his HP back, and there's no guarantee that Mangdug Trio, having frail special defense, would have been able to live that. So he goes for the Wish, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he showed me Protect a little bit earlier on, so I'm just gonna switch up my moves to go for the Hydro Pump so I don't waste all my power points when it comes to the Gunk Shot. And I'm like, how am I gonna take this thing down? I have to poison it. I mean, as long as he doesn't have like Heal Bell and stuff like that. I mean, if he does have Heal Bell, he'll have to waste a turn to go for that, provided that the Gunk Shot gets a 30% chance of the secondary effect. So now he's gonna go for the Draining Kiss, which happened to be a mistake, as he thought that I might try to go for a secondary Hydro Pump, and he becomes Gladio. So I'm thinking like, you know, I got the game, it's already good. I'm a Greninja, I'm Life Orb, I got Stab, but no! It lives with 1 hit point! Oh my god, and then he happens to KO me 0-0, but he happens to win because of the Recoil rule, so that was actually a great, exhilarating match. I definitely did have a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like. If you guys want to see more content like this in the future, please subscribe to me. It's awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Peace. What you doing?